Hello everyone, this is Lollypop 081MLE here today, and welcome to another episode of Lollypop Speed Art. And today we are doing Victoria's 5 daughters. But in case you don't know, Victoria was Queen of England from 1837 till 1901. So the first daughter we're doing is the eldest, Vicky, or Victoria the Princess Royal. So for her, the photo I referenced was a photo of her from 1857, and I was like, she's actually sort of a remake of sorts, because the first one I did, I based it off of a Disney drawing that I saw on DeviantART, and I wanted to do that, but then I was like, you know what, I gotta redo her. So this inspired the project. So this time I went more historically accurate with the photographs, and I'm doing like her little headpiece and the lace and the jewel and the dress. I decided to go for a light pink. I don't know. The photo I referenced, it could be a white dress, but I'm like, I'll just go for pink for time's sake. I haven't done pink. I don't do a lot of pink. So anyways, the part that was a little bit harder was doing the fringe at the bottom of the dress, and that was it for me, for Vicky, who would eventually become Empress of Germany. So here she is completed right there. So next is her younger sister, Alice. Now Alice, here I reference from another photograph of her from 1861. I could be wrong, but I did do one of those traditional Victorian style dresses, just like I did with Vicky, but this one is more 1860 style with the crinoline. It's more like a casual day dress. As you can see later on, I did it in a navy blue. But anyways, back on to Alice. Alice married Grand Duke Louis of Hesse-Darmstadt and Hesse-by-Rhine, and she had 4 daughters and a son, and one of those daughters ended up being Empress of Russia, the last Empress of Russia, Alexandra. Her birth name was Alex, Helena, Victoria, Louise of Beatrice of Hesse-Darmstadt. But for Alice, unfortunately, she was the first one to pass away. She passed away of diphtheria when she was a nurse too. So she kissed her son goodnight, and she got the infection. And usually, like, when your kid's sick, you don't want to get sick too. But that's what happened. And this even happened after her youngest daughter. Yeah, Alex wasn't the youngest. Her youngest daughter, Marie, passed away first from diphtheria. And Alice then got ill after, catching her son's illness. But anywho, I did the dress more navy blue. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was supposed to be black. But again, this is my own interpretation. So here we go. Alice completed. And now, poor Helena. Oh my god. I lost footage of doing the sketching process. So Helena's the middle child and the middle daughter. She was awkward, and she was also a tomboy. So the photograph that I found of her was from 1863, and for some reason, I like doing her headpiece, her headband thing that like held her hair in place. It looked like a headband, as you can see right there. But Helena was a bit more trickier to do in terms of her facial features. Like she was more chubbier. And I'm not like being mean to, I'm not fat shaming anyone, but she also got married she got married to Prince Christian of Holstein. I could 100% sure it was Holstein, someplace in Holstein, but yeah, and that came with controversy, especially with her older brother, the Prince of Wales, being like, oh, no, Victoria, her mother, be like, I just want her home with me, I want her close by. And I understand Victoria's stance. Like, she lost Albert in 1861. So, anyways, I like doing the dress, but the pattern was a bit trickier, actually, for the cleanup. But anyways, here she is completed. And next, it was Louise that I did. She was just a couple of years younger than Helena, but she was also the most artistic of the family. And like, before I continue, all 5 of the girls are on my DeviantArt at Lollypop 081. So anyways, back onto Louise. Louise was the 4th daughter and the most artistic. She has done sculptures. Like, that is basically one part of her legacy. She never had children of her own. She became Duchess of Argyll through her marriage to John Campbell, a commoner. Yeah, first time since 1815 that a royal marries a commoner in this situation. But the only hard part about Louise was the hair. Because, you know, this is 1870 here, and usually it's the crenolette era and all that stuff. And from a documentary that I watched a long time ago, and I think it's since been deleted off of YouTube, Louise liked wearing blue ribbons and all that stuff. So I think her dress was more white, but I did a light blue, but I did incorporate the blue elements of her because she loved wearing blue ribbons, and she was also more like, and even in her the background I did for her, it's more artistic. And that's not to say she wasn't the only one that was artistic. Helena was also artistic too in drawing, and her baby sister Louise was also artistic in drawing and photography. So here she is completed, and now we come to Beatrice. And she was a mama's girl. And yeah, the only hard part was her legs. But other than that, Beatrice was actually the more easier to do, in the sense that her hairstyle reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. Because if you know from the Disney movie, Alice had like the long hair, her hair was down with a headband. And the part where I actually did I say that I messed up on was her little jacket, coat, overdress thing. But Beatrice stayed home with Victoria, and then she got married to I think the Duke of Battenberg. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta look that back up, and I'll put it somewhere in the video. But the photograph I did base her on pretty accurately was from 1868, where she's 11 years old, although I did include lips for her. Like, she looked a little bit older than her age, but anywho, I love doing the earrings. The earrings were kind of fun too. So what else about Beatrice? She had a son that served in World War I, and he died serving Great Britain. And that was around the time where the British were like, oh, we need to distance ourselves from Germany. Like, we don't want anyone else to think that we're Germany sympathizers. So Beatrice renounced her titles, German titles, but she was still, she was British and all that stuff. But I did have a lot of fun doing a younger character of Sense. So the boots were a little bit more tricky with the details, but I had to do more highlighting, more lighter colors, like I see with the buttons. And I'm doing the background. I gave her a little armrest stool thing in wood. I did the background, and we are done with Beatrice, and I went on to layout and got the bus versions of all 5 girls. So all these are on my DeviantArt page, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next video. Peace! Did you enjoy the video? Please comment and like this video and subscribe for more content like this, and also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt for updates, artwork, and stories, and much more. I hope to see you all for the next video. Peace!